Hugh Jackman?
No, it's Hugh Jackman.
An actor that gets insanely shredded, jacked, and in overall incredible shape for playing the Wolverine. And if you clicked on this video, then I can guess, my friend, that you want to look like the feral beast himself. Well, so does Hugh Jackman. After over 25 years of playing the character, Hugh and his trainers have got the Wolverine aesthetics formula locked down to a point where it only takes him around 6 to 7 months to get in the Wolverine shape. Essentially, it all just comes down to these 3 pillars, with the last one being the most important, so stay till the end, because without this, even steroids won't get you that far. Pillar 1. Training. Now, you would typically do a 4 days a week upper-lower split, taking each muscle group twice per week with a good amount of volume. This training involves a mix of classic compound exercises, some machine work for days when he is a little bit more fatigued, and some sports drills. Since his trainer, David Kingsbury, who is awesome by the way, believes that training in the gym should transfer into real-world situations. Hence, not only do you look good in it, but you're also strong outside the gym. And I 110% love this approach. And also, this functional training style helps you out with his stunts as well. So a large portion of his training is made up of core primal movements, those being your pull-ups, your presses, your carry variations, your rows, and your squats and deadlifts. These are the exercises that are gonna pack on the most overall muscle on a person, and are what helped me out the most. And so his trainer would have him do his exercise with both light weights for hypertrophy and then heavier weights for strength. He would fit them in on either one of the upper-lower days. He would also sometimes do 2 sessions a day, with one consisting of the main compound lift and the second for some isolation work for the muscles that, well, he's kinda lagging in and wants to pop a little bit more, those being his arms, of course. When it comes to cardio, his trainer believes that variety and fun is key. But yeah, mostly it would be a form of list, low-impact, steady-state cardio, which overall burns the most amount of calories because of how efficient it is. You would also do martial arts to prepare for fight scenes, and of course the actual fight choreography itself. Yeah, the man is just a badass on and off the screen. And don't worry, I'll give you a free training program at the end based on Wolverine's prep method. But yeah, all of this hard work is nothing without the second pillar: diet.
The way you want to look is 70% determined by your diet and only 30% by your training. Now, you've got to train hard. But if you don't eat right, none of it matters.
Now, you famously said that he would eat around 8,000 calories at his peak bulk, which for an overly active theater dancer who was naturally skinny and around 6'3", for a guy like him, that sounds about right. He would eat whole foods mostly, with an emphasis on fats and protein as it came time to cut down. And of course, vegetables mainly just keep you full, and simple carbs in general just make you want to eat more. Now, I've found that intermittent fasting helps me stay lean. Yes, intermittent fasting really does make getting a calorie deficit very easy and very simple. At the time when I was at my most shredded, I only ate supper and dinner, and a lot of times only dinner. He essentially does the same thing, where he doesn't eat for 16 hours and has only 8 hours to chow down, which of course allows him to control his calories and his appetite. And meanwhile, I love binge eating, man. And during the meals that I do get to eat, I practically choke my gut and completely fill it up like a hentai protagonist.
Come again.
I'm basically Goku at this point, so yeah, that should explain it. Essentially, it feels like you're forcing yourself to eat all of this food and making it a whole challenge in and of itself. And even though my calories were relatively low, I never felt like I was starving myself. And the thing that separates you and most other bodybuilders from you and me, the secret for looking like ascended human beings, peaking, pillar 2.5. Now, you on and off screen really does look pretty different, but still, of course, he looks amazing. I mean, just look at that smile. So smiled. Well, Gooding or Van Helsing aside, peaking is where you cut carbs and you drink at least a lake's worth of water for a certain point for your photo shoot or a movie scene. And the day or two before that, you fuel up on carbs and nothing else, including water. But this is mainly so you can flush out most of the water weight you're holding on to, and then carving up fills out your muscles, allows you to get that nasty, juicy pump.
It's as satisfying to me as coming is.
Essentially, the goal of this is to make you look as fucking cut, shredded, diced, and as lean as possible, and making each wing pop, which just creates a genjutsu of you looking way big, since all the muscles and striations are on show, basically making you look like a penis. Now this mixed with excellent downward lighting, something which I for the love of God can't ever find, Hugh looks absolutely his best. But yes, only for a couple of hours to be captured on the camera, that is. Yes, all this mumbo jumbo is nothing without the last pillar: consistency and recovery. When I first started building muscle seriously, I only did 1 set per exercise, but with like a million mechanical drop sets. Essentially a mixture of Tom Plass and Mike Mensa. And even that was hard for me to recover from. And then just getting better at each exercise, increasing my reps, and then increasing the intensity, which is just classic progressive overload, baby. As a result, I got bigger. And then I started doing some athlete-style power-focused exercises for like a couple months. Right now, I've sort of just let go of the drop sets, and I just take each exercise to failure and straight up superset it with 2 more exercises, that being a push variation, a leg variation, and a pull, focusing on form and technique the most. The point I'm trying to make here is that variety and fun is key. Even if I am doing a somewhat subpar program, but I like it, and I enjoy doing it, compared to something else that is scientifically proven and will build you like 0.2222449% more muscle, but is boring as hell, and well, if I just don't like it, then I'm not gonna stick to it for long. At the end of the day, what matters most is frequency. Recovery is super important. I take at least a rest day out of the week, trying to fix my shitty sleep schedule, and I'm focusing on stress and mobility as well, since I've injured myself a good amount of time.
I feel kind of guilty taking this relaxing bath when we could be out there training.
I know, son. But you have to understand, sometimes rest is as important as training. Maybe even more important.
It is?
Sure it is. If we give our muscles a chance to rest and build back up, we can get a lot more out of them than if we just kept training the whole time.
So, if we rest, we can train even harder.
Exactly. Now you've got it, Gohan. So no more wasting your energy on feeling guilty. Deal?
Deal.
But yeah, take recovery seriously. It's a whole video I can make in and of itself, so you better like and subscribe and tell me in the comments. You're gonna want to hear this stuff out, man. This is life-changing shit.
Okay, so I forgot to record this part, but here's your free training program. You can divide each workout in half on days when you don't feel too great and do the rest later on in the day, and incorporate a follow-along martial arts workout from YouTube on any 2 non-lifting days, and take 1 day out of the week as a total rest day and bonus thing. Try to aim for at least 10,000 steps every day.
Now, Hugh's best bub, Merc with a disfigured but still charming yet annoying mouth Ryan Reynolds, has an incredible training plan and prep regime, so you better go check that out too. It's still here. Now, what are you still waiting here for?